What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the first drop for Palace's Winter 2022 collection. So with that being said, I wish I would make more Palace content on this channel. A lot of times it's just hard for me to find drop lists before they come out, that type of stuff. So if you guys have anyone that's consistent at posting the drop list before they come out, leave a comment down below and I will go follow them and make more videos about it. But with that being said, huge shout out to 27boy. He commented on my last video saying that this Palace week was fire. So I went and checked it out, and they did have a couple of the pieces, if not the full drop, listed on their Instagram. So with that being said, I'm not sure if this is a full or partial drop list, but if you guys are new to the channel, I make streetwear content videos 2 to 3 times a week. So if you guys are interested in that and want to stay up to date, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. And with that being said, these are set to drop on Friday. Over here are the lists of locations and times. So if you're in the US, it's going to be 11 a.m. Eastern time. But going ahead, getting into these pieces, first off, we have this awesome puffer jacket called the Pertex Frost Balaclava Puff of Blue. If I don't get the colorway I want, I'm going to stress out and have to reach for my asthma puffa. So Palace, as you guys know, always has crazy names for their clothes and kind of weird descriptions at the end of them, so they're kind of fun to read. But anyways, I think this jacket is super sick. Like I said in my last video, I really like the bigger puffs. These puffs suffice, and I really like the just like interesting pattern we've got going on here with like the stitching going on right here. Kind of just switches it up, makes it so it's not your just average puffer jacket. And then the balaclava built in, I believe, is super cool too. I really like balaclavas, like I mentioned in my last Supreme video, but I don't really own any, so I feel like this is a nice medium for me because it worked into a jacket. I feel like would be a nice gradual introduction for me to wearing balaclavas rather than just me walking around in the middle of summer with like a Pooh Shiesty mask on. But anyways, yeah, I thought this jacket was super sick. As you guys can see here, it's got the little Palace branding on the left sleeve, but other than that, it's just a really simple, nice jacket. Next, we have the Gore-Tex Down Parka Woodland jacket. So just a nice down jacket from Gore-Tex. You can't really go wrong with those. It's going to keep you warm throughout the winter. This has a nice classic look with the camo look and then the fur around the hood. I imagine that is faux fur. Can't imagine it's real fur. But I think this jacket's alright. I do like the last jacket more, but I think this one is still solid. I don't think you could go wrong with this piece. And like I said, it's definitely going to keep you warm this winter. So if you need a nice winter jacket, this might be the one for you. Next, we have the Cable Patchwork Knit Multi I Patch Up My Emotions with Online Shopping sweater. I think this one's super cool. I'm a big fan of patchwork and a big fan of cable knit, so the fact that they kind of just mesh the two together is awesome. At first, I didn't really like this Palace branding on the left sleeve, but the more I look at it, the more I like it. And I really like these colors too. I feel like they just obviously kind of go with anything. They've got that nice tonal look, and this is really perfect for fall. This is something like I could see myself sitting down at Thanksgiving and eating. So obviously Palace is not an American brand. Thanksgiving might not be on their mind, but I feel like this is like the perfect Thanksgiving type of piece to wear. Next, we have the Palace Blunt hockey jersey. So if you guys are familiar with Philly blunts, I'm pretty sure this is just a play off of that, which I respect that. I like references to that kind of stuff, and I do think hockey jerseys are pretty cool. I'm not one to wear like a jersey of any sort really, but if I were to wear one, I think hockey jerseys would be one of my favorites just based on looks. I don't really know anything about hockey or any hockey players, so disregard that, but I do think they look cool, and I think they did a good job with this piece. Next, we have the Sherpa hooded jacket, light blue. Monster, how is Palace expensive when Paris got the 26 euro ham and cheese, you croak? Yeah, anyways, I think this piece is super cool. This is something I could definitely see like Drake wearing. This is something I could see being like a Nike piece almost, but the fleece and just really everything they did here is super cool. I wish I could go more into details about why I think it's so cool, but really it's just like a really unique jacket. I've never really seen anything like this. The pockets are cool. The little like line details that they've got going on are really cool. The zip up is nice. The hood is cool. Really just pretty much all the little details and everything they did a really good job with. So yeah, I really like this piece. Next, we have the Gasnet E-Crew 100% gassy bits. So as you guys can tell here, this is inspired by racing and like gas companies, but I really like when brands do this. I like when Supreme incorporates like well-known brands and kind of makes their logos their own, which is what Palace has done here, and I think they executed it really well. I think this sweater is super sick and definitely a piece I could see myself wearing pretty regularly. Next we have the Pertex work down jacket black. Trust me, Pertex works. So I have actually never owned anything that's Pertex, but based on these two images with this jacket and that first blue puffer jacket, I really do like the material just based on looks. Obviously, I'm sure it is pretty warm, but I think it works really well with these jackets. I think this like almost like quilted type of look. I wouldn't call that quilted, but you guys know what I'm saying. I think that works really well on this jacket and adds a lot to it. Obviously, if it was just like a black jacket, just straight up, I don't think it would be as cool, but the little perforations, or whatever you want to call that, the little square grid look going on there really adds a lot to this jacket, and I think this one's really cool. I do wish this had a hood, but obviously that's just like a personal thing. Regardless of it not having a hood, I think this one is really cool too. So yeah, really this whole collection they did a really good job with. Next we have a Palace Gilbert rugby ball, white squash balls. Yeah, I don't know. In America, I feel like rugby is not really that big of a thing. I knew like a couple kids in high school that played rugby, but other than that, I haven't met anyone that like plays rugby or anything like that. So this is gonna be a hard pass for me, but I do like the idea of it. Then we have the Fairfax Pro 31806 proper wanting bacon strips. So I'm not sure. I don't know enough about Palace to know if this is like something that they've done in the past. So yeah, I'm not sure if this has any significance to the brand. I'm sure it does, since they have this abbreviation just on the board, kind of expecting people to know what it is. And to be honest, the image is just like, it looks like a goat, kind of like an evil devil type of goat thing going on. So yeah, to be honest, I really don't know what's going on here, and I don't skateboard, so skate decks aren't really gonna be for me anyways. But anyways, looking at the last pieces here, we've just got some fridge magnets, which are cool. I think these are pretty solid. I do like this Palace blunt one. I think that one's sick, and then this logo here is really cool. And then you've got some more like standard classic Palace logo. So yeah, I thought this drop was really sick. Huge shout out to 27 again for telling me to check out these pieces, because I do think this is a really cool week, and I'm excited to see how much everything cost. I'm not super familiar with Palace prices, like I've said. I'm just not super familiar with Palace as a brand in total, but yeah, these pieces have me hype, and as the season goes on, I'm definitely gonna have to check out more of their pieces. And like I said, if you guys know anyone that posts consistent drop lists of them before they come out, definitely let me know, and I can just make those into video content. So yeah, I really appreciate it if you made it to this point. If you could hit that like and subscribe, it would help me out a lot. And yeah, just stay tuned. We will be dropping more streetwear content as the year goes on. So yeah, thank you again. We will see you next time. Have a good one.